On a sparkling Saturday at Fenway, the Red Sox aim for a 6th win in a row, and it's Game 2 with Seattle. The Sox trying to stay perfect on this last homestand in the month of May. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway. Great to have you with us for this Memorial Day weekend. I'm Dave O'Brien. My partner is the Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. Garrett Austin along in just a couple of moments. The Red Sox have now moved into second place in the AL East. And Eck, in many phases of the game, the Red Sox are playing their best baseball of the season.
Well, first of all, they've scored a ton of runs and a lot of different ways, not necessarily with the long ball, but, you know, you're talking about walks. They're putting the ball in play. They're not striking out. They're running the bases. A lot of good things. A couple of gifts on the way, too. A lot of wild pitches, pass balls, but you take them any way you want to get them. But it starts with starting pitching, and it started with Eduardo Rodriguez in the first game of this streak, and it ended up last night with the second one. He's pitched so well. 7 games in a row he's pitched perfect, but you talk about the other 3 games. Look at the average. Look at the runs. I mean, what not good can happen out of having 8 runs a game, and the relievers are doing their job, and the starters are doing what they're supposed to do too. Everything is going so well for them right now. You just want to keep it going, and now we got a rookie pitching today for us to get this 6th game.
Yep, the left-hander Brian Johnson, his 2nd start of the season for the Red Sox. We'll see how that goes. We know the weather is cooperating. It could not be a more splendid day to kick off the Memorial Day weekend. Going to be sunshine and blue skies. Same thing coming up tomorrow. Whatever your plans are, we certainly hope it includes Red Sox baseball. The Sox and the Mariners coming your way from Fenway. Is brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. Your New England Audi dealers in the all-new 2018 Audi Q5. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. And by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Left-hander Brian Johnson taking the Red Sox onto the diamond against the Mariner lineup, brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Gene Segura leads it off, one of the best in the business. Danny Valencia at first base, Robinson Cano at second, Nelson Cruz the DH, Kyle Seager at third, Taylor Motter in left field, Guillermo Heredia in right, Mike Zunino does the catching, and Gerard Dyson is the center fielder, batting ninth against the Sox starter. Presented by New England Audi dealers. Johnson 1-0, ERA of 7.20. See his numbers with the Paw Sox. His first one of the day in there for strike one. We're underway.
Well, he's got a game under his belt earlier this year. That's got to help a little bit, but he's been throwing the ball good in AAA.
Yeah, less than dazzling on April 18th at Toronto. He got the win, but he only went 5 innings, 7 hits, walked 3, gave up 4 runs. Works at a pretty good pace. And the 2-strike offering to Segura. And just missed.
Boy, boom, 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 right out of the chute. Got to command that fastball because his best pitch is that hook.
The 1-2 to the leadoff man. Johnson, 6'3", about 240. 26-year-old out of Lakeland, Florida, which has produced a lot of major league talent. One Chris Sale on that list. Foul back.
I mean, he's been so successful in minor league baseball, and I know they say, well, it's the minor leagues, but still, I mean, he has the confidence to know what it takes to win.
Last start at Buffalo 7 days ago, he went deep into the 8th inning, allowed only 2 runs, walked 2. So coming off a strong outing. Line foul. This is what Segura does. He really works the count.
Well, he's filling it up with a bunch of fastballs. I'm surprised he hasn't thrown a curveball yet. I guess the longer you can go without throwing one, the better.
Segura hitting .346. That's tops in the American League. And it's 3-2.
There it is. We saw it. Velocity not real hot. You know, you talk about 88, below average. But this is his pitch. This is his put away pitch, his curveball. A lot like Pomeranch to that 12-6.
That one skips, knocked down by Moreland, feeding Johnson a foot race, and he gets there in time for the out. Segura retired. 3-1 on the put out, 1 away. That'll send up Danny Valencia. Well, that curveball has really made a comeback in Major League Baseball as you watch the first out.
I'll tell you what, that ball was sharply hit, and that's bang bang at first. Segura gets down the line. But back to the curveball. You don't see a lot of 12-6 curveballs. The problem with it is that you have a hard time throwing strikes with it. I mean, that's how the slider sort of evolved. I mean, a much easier pitch to control.
Right. The slider was the go-to breaking ball for so long, and then you had the split finger, and now it's back to the curveball, which is all the rage in Major League Baseball.
That spin rate.
That's it.
That's it.
Valencia, 242 with 4 homers, and lines a base hit to right. So the first 2 men have hit the ball pretty hard against Johnson, something to keep an eye on. Robinson Cano yesterday did not get a hit, but he did smoke one to center field. It was caught by Jackie Bradley at the base of the wall.
Yeah, a couple weak ground balls that he hit, you know, the first 2 times up. Kind of anxious swinging at the first pitch a couple of times. See the fastball down with changeup that he had ground ball. The 3rd time up, he hit a bullet. This ball, Jackie Bradley tracked down in center field, and then later on in the 8th, he's punched out on a high fastball.
So Cano dipping below 300, 298, but with 8 homers. Red Sox have moved into 2nd place, 2 games behind the Yankees, a half game in front of the sliding Orioles. Sox have won 5 in a row. Baltimore has lost 5 in a row. High fly right field. Already Mookie Betts battling the sun a little bit, but there to make the catch. 2 down.
Red Sox defense on the year, they've made 35 errors in 47 games around the infield. Marrero at 3rd, Bogarts at short, Pedroia back at 2nd, Mitch Moreland at 1st. Around the outfield, Benintendi in left, Bradley Jr. in center, Mookie Betts in right. Sandy Leone catching Johnson.
And Nelson Cruz to step up, the DH, 289, 12 homers, 40 runs batted in to lead the American League. This is a team that has been heading south the last couple of weeks in the standings.
Boy, he better spot that fastball. I'll tell you what right now. That scared me with Cano. Luckily, he threw it out of the strike zone, but they're all over that fastball.
He's throwing at 86, 87. That one trickled foul. He's quickly in front, 0-2. Bryant was a star at the University of Florida, both on the mound and off it. He won 22 games as a pitcher, but also played first base. He hit .324 for his career. Cut on and missed. That one 89, and he strikes him out to put away Cruz and leave one man on, and the Red Sox are coming up. Lineup brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. It'll be Mookie Betts, Dustin Pedroia back in there after missing yesterday. Xander Bogaerts at short. Andrew Benintendi, the cleanup man. Hanley Ramirez at DH. Mitch Moreland first base. Jackie Bradley, Sandy Leon, and Devin Marrero. Up against the right-hander Rob Whalen. This is his 2017 debut. 23 years old. 6'2", about 225.
Saw some time in the big leagues last year with Atlanta. A lot of guys saw time with the big leagues in Atlanta last year.
Yeah, it didn't go very well for most of them. He did get his first major league win last season with the Braves, but he also lost 2 out of 3, and he got hit around an ERA of 6.57.
That is a lot of starting pitchers, and we're only in the middle of May.
And a 2-0 to Mookie Betts. Ball 3. Mookie hitting .279, 7 homers, leading the club with 30 runs batted in. And the 3-0, and he walks him on 4 straight.
The defense for the Seattle Mariners, they've made 27 errors. 2 of them they made last night in 49 games. You see around the infield, Sager at third, Segura at short, Robinson, Cano at second, Danny Valencia at first. In the outfield, Motter in left, Dyson in center, Heredia in right. Behind the plate, Zunino catching Whalen.
Umpires are brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. That is Bruce Dreckman behind the plate. Everett, Baker, and Blakeney around the bases. And Pedroia in, hitting .288. Returning to the lineup after some soreness in that left knee. So he missed yesterday's game, but he has reached in 11 consecutive games. So Whalen from the stretch right away. Red Sox have been doing a lot of running lately. They have stolen 9 bases during the 5-game winning streak.
Haven't got a lot of looks at him yet from the stretch, but you know they want to run. Mookie's 7 out of 8. A lot of success at the top of that line. You talk about Betts and Benintendi and Bogaerts.
And finally a strike.
What we've seen is a sort of a mediocre fastball 90 with a little sweeping slider so far.
Also has a curveball and a changeup. Scouting report is a lot of ground balls out of Whalen. Pitching in a bright sunshine and a 1-1. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss, and the throw will not get him. Mookie Betts with an easy steal off Zunino and Whalen.
Boy, that looks so easy to steal a bag when you steal it so easily. Look at this. He is gone, and the throw is so bad. Not even close. Makes you think he could run at will.
Red Sox, when they score the first run, are 18-9. Pedroia with an opportunity to make it 1-0 very quickly here. Xander Bogaerts on deck. Breaking ball didn't snap. 2-2.
Well, he's thrown a couple of bad breaking balls. Got to find his way a little bit out there. But this is what the Red Sox have been doing on these 5 games, winning streak. They've walked galore. 31 walks. That makes 32 walks the last 5 games.
And a 2-2 to Pedroia, and he knocks that one foul.
Kind of a flat slider, doesn't go down very much.
Go back to August 9th of last year. Pedroia with runners in scoring position is batting .450. As Betts hits second with nobody out. The finale of the homestand coming up tomorrow afternoon at 1:35. Rick Porcello against Christian Bergman, who's a right-hander. And the Sox will be heading for Chicago in a series with the White Sox. Chris Sale gets to face his old mates on the south side of Chicago. That's a long trip. Sox also go to Baltimore and New York. 2-2. He spoiled that one back out of play.
It's the first curveball we've seen. He's right on it. A little off balance.
Betts with a walk and a stolen base. Down to second. Whalen very, very deliberate with a runner on. And a 2-2. Inside hit him. It's already been a tough week for Pedroia. Now drilled around the hand with the arm. And John Farrell out with the trainer to check on him and walk him up the first base line. He looks determined to stay in.
Well, that fastball got away from Whalen. He tried to, I think he was trying to sink that ball inside, and it just went sideways and just followed him. See, that thing's got two-seamer on it, but it goes flat. Gets him flush right there in the forearm.
Pedroia will take his base and getting a warm hand.
Got a lot of meat right there, don't you? In that forearm. I hope.
Some of us have quite a bit, yeah. Petey's case, he's pretty darn lean. And we're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit copper2toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. And the weather brought to you by Benjamin Moore, paint like no other. Very nice day. 65 degrees, mostly sunny, the forecast. Woke up this morning, took a look outside, and realized that's what the sun looks like. Xander Bogaerts will take one outside. Red Sox played through some rain last night. nothing but 2 nights earlier. Delightful day today and trying to jump on Whalen right away. Nobody out, 2 on. Right out of the gate, the Red Sox taking advantage of this guy, recently promoted from AAA, a walk and a hit batsman. He's in trouble right now. And he'll take one in there for a strike. Xander with a hot bat. He has hit safely in 5 in a row. 9 for his last 20 in a 5-game hitting streak. Betts at second, Pedroia at first, and the 1-1. Line drive and a base hit into left field. Now chase in Mookie Betts. Here he comes. Motter throwing home. No chance. Pedroia to third. The tag. He's by the bag and he's out. Safely into second base is Bogaerts. So Pedroia cut down. A run does score. Red Sox take the 1-0 lead on the RBI by Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah, well, Bogey gets a slider that he can pull in the hole. Ball didn't break all that much. He easily hits that ball into left field. You know Mookie's going to score easy. They should have cut this ball off to begin with, and when they didn't, Pedroia went on to third, which was not a bright idea to go to third, and he overruns the bag and gets tagged out easily. Bogey goes to second, but the read here by Pedroia, he's not really sure what to do here. He comes around second base and he sees this throw go to home. He thinks he's got third easy, but they cut it off about 3/4 of the way in there. He was a dead duck.
1 away run in. Benintendi, the batter, taking a ball. 280 with 5 home runs for Andrew Benintendi. Trying to snap out of an 0 for 7. He made his major league debut against Seattle last August. Went 2 for 5 over a couple of games. That's hard hit. Base hit. Bogaerts to third. Picked up by Dyson. Here comes the run. He'll score standing up. Red Sox in front 2-0.
Benintendi hits a ball sharply hit up the middle, finds a hole, but he hit it hard enough to get through. A fastball right there, stays on it, smokes that ball right back up the middle, right between the shortstop and the second base. Shortstop up the middle.
Xander Bogaerts comes churning home. RBI number 27 for Benintendi. So it's gone walk, hit batsman, single. Hanley Ramirez now to DH at 264 with 6 home runs. Sox in front 2-0. And there goes the runner, and it swung on and fouled back, and Benintendi got a very good jump.
Well, they're off to the races, man. They know the time is bad with the Whalen on his times to home already, and they are off and race.
Yesterday, Hanley with a couple of hits, with a double in the second.
Ball down and in. He hits the ball down the line. He kind of runs out of gas down there, but it's a nice double. And a ground ball up the middle. High curve ball. He hits it right back up the middle. Guys would get 2 out of it, and he does. They're not messing around, the Red Sox. This is the running Sox. Oh, all of a sudden, look, he's 7 out of 8. Mookie's now 8 out of 9. I believe Bogey hasn't been thrown out yet.
The Red Sox have that as a weapon. They've really started using it going back to the Oakland series much more frequently.
When have you seen a Red Sox team run a lot like this? It's been a while.
Well, when I was a kid and watching some of the teams you played on, they were the Red Sox.
Right. Always.
A lot of sluggers.
Yeah.
A lot of guys who could hit it a mile, but very.
Maybe one guy, like Rem, when I played, Remy could run, but that was
it.
Yeah.
Very few. It's a team with 2 or 3 who could take off. He's going to hold here, and that's over the head all the way to the backstop. Or did it get him? Yeah, it did. It hit him. He got hit by the pitch.
Almost got hit in the head by that pitch. Got in the shoulder. Where'd it get him?
On the top of the helmet.
Whoa.
Yeah. And Hanley Ramirez will take his base, the second man to get hit by a pitch in the inning.
Just nicked him. Luckily, that not a big deal. Nobody wants to get hit in the head, but if you're going to get hit in the head, that's the way to get hit. Just nick you.
Whalen is really wild.
Whalen is scuffling, and he's got mediocre salad to begin with.
So first and second, only one man out, and that was on the bases. As Pedroia was put out at third base. Here's Moreland. Looks like their bullpen is already starting to move around now for Seattle. Grounded foul for strike one on Moreland. For every RBI by a Franklin family batting glove member this season, Franklin Sports donates to the Red Sox Foundation's RBI program to help revitalize baseball and softball in the inner cities. Franklin Sports, a proud partner of the Red Sox Foundation and Major League Baseball.
I mean, he has no sink on his fastball, and his slider is flat.
Moreland snapped a season-high 7-game hit streak last night, going 0 for 3.
And there's that little wrinkle curveball that he features. He's already hit 2 guys. Just an awful outing. But he's only given up 2 runs. You want to make him pay more than that, especially after hitting 2 guys.
Walked the first man he faced, Mookie Betts, on 4 pitches. Rob Whalen with a 1-1.
This is getting uglier by the minute.
Casey Lawrence starting to throw with only 1 down in the first inning.
Hasn't really got an out. He got an out because of the overthrow.
Benintendi at second, Hanley Ramirez at first. High fly ball into right field. Heredia lining it up, coming in. He makes the play. Benintendi tags. He's into third base. 2 down runners at first and third for the Sox.
Little cutter, he got in on him a little bit. Tomorrow at 12:30, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. Adam Pellerin and Steve Lyons will preview the series finale and have the latest Red Sox news.
Well, the Red Sox will send at least 7 men to hit in their first inning with a 2-0 lead. Jackie Bradley next. 208, 4 homers. He's driven in 11. And has very fond memories of facing Seattle in his career. He's had some of his better games against them. In fact, in 7 games here at Fenway against the Mariners in his career, he's a .483 hitter with 3 homers and 9 RBIs. One of his favorite opponents. Here's the 1-0. 2-0.
That was in the midst of when he was on fire, right? That August.
Yes.
That's that first on fire. Last year was the other one, the All-Star
on
fire.
Came earlier, yeah. 29-game hitting streak. He had a 5 extra base hit game against Seattle to tie a major league record. Ramirez running, and it's in for a strike, but dropped by the catcher Zunino, and Hanley with a theft. The Red Sox are running wild.
I mean, that's crazy. You're talking about at will right here. This is a high slider. The umpire kind of gives him this. This ball looked up to me. He gets the call strike, and then he can't handle it. Zunino, I don't think he had a chance anyway. He had such a good jump.
Hanley, of course, early in his career was a premier base stealer. His first of the year gets him to second. Here comes the 2-1. So a hitter's count for Jackie Bradley. Sandy Leon would bat next if given the opportunity. Another good start for the Sox, in front 2-0.
He might as well walk him and start all over, because if he throws him a strike, it's trouble.
And up high, ball 4. So this wildness continues. 2 walks, 2 hit batsmen.
This is an absolutely awful appearance.
Whalen was with Seattle for exactly 1 day earlier this month, up from AAA Tacoma. They immediately optioned him back.
Seattle has come into Fenway Park absolutely limping. They really have. This is a club that is in trouble.
Sandy Leon now. He can bust it open real early. Sox in front 2-0. They've loaded the bases with 2 down. Leon hitting .244 with 4 homers. He's going to take ball 1.
He's got to have that. If he's going to get somebody out, he's going to need that. That was a decent pitch.
Leon's been seeing the ball well. He snapped a career-long 5-game hit streak on Wednesday. The 1-0 evens the count.
That ball has a little cut on it. That's his fastball, but it just cuts just a little bit. It's the ball that he got in on Moreland.
Benintendi, Ramirez, and Bradley loading up the bases, and the 1-1 from Whalen. He's thrown a lot of pitches here in the first inning and not a lot of strikes. 31 and 13 strikes. One thing that has marked this Red Sox winning streak, you're right, Eck, has been patience.
Oh yeah,
at the plate. And the 2-1 to Sandy Leon. 2-2. If Marrero comes to bat, he's on deck. Red Sox will send all 9 to hit in the first inning. Here's the 2-2. Line shot, base hit. Benintendi is in. Ramirez trying to score. The throw comes through. The tag will be applied, and he is out at home. So the Red Sox get 1 additional run out of that, as Ramirez is cut down on the throw by Heredia. So the Red Sox get 3 right away in the first inning. College football returns to America's most beloved ballpark with the Fenway Gridiron Series that's presented by Your Call Football. Tickets on sale right now. Visit redsox.com/gridiron for more information. Hanley Ramirez moments ago cut down at home plate. Looked like he ran through a stop sign.
Yeah, a little great aggressive base running is one thing, but that was a stop sign that he ran through.
So the Red Sox get 3 as we go on to the second.
You see Hanley here coming around third. Line drive out there to Heredia. He's touching third. You see Butterfield's holding him up. He doesn't even look at him, and he's thrown out easily.
Seager rolls that one foul, and after that you see Hanley talking to Butterfield going, my bad.
Yeah, he knew that. But you know, this inning would still be going on right now with 2 bad base running plays. Pedroia getting thrown out at third and him at the plate. This game, you know, still be going right now.
It's actually something the Red Sox have been doing pretty darn well, running the bases. Not in that inning. 0-2 on Seager will miss. 256, 4 home runs for Kyle Seager. His brother Corey is the Dodgers shortstop and won a Rookie of the Year in the National League last year. Kyle Seager, pretty darn good player in his own right, won the Gold Glove in 2014, but he waves and misses. Down he goes, strike 3, and the second K for Brian Johnson. Let's get on to Garrett.
Thanks, OB. Well, I'm sure everyone has noticed that the Red Sox and the Mariners are wearing different uniforms today, and that is because for the first time, all MLB teams will be wearing their special Memorial Day weekend uniforms throughout the entire weekend. The 5 stars on the caps represent the 5 branches of the military, and the stripes are stitched onto the right sleeves of the uniforms. And once again, MLB will donate all the uniform royalties, the licensing fees, to MLB charities that benefit veterans and their families. Guys, I don't know about you, but I love this idea, and it's a great way to honor our veterans throughout the entire weekend.
I know you do, Garen. You come from a military family. The 0-1 is over the inside corner. I think they look very sharp.
Yeah, they do.
Players wearing those with pride. Here comes the 0-2 pitch now to Motter with 1 down. He bounced it up there. Heck, did you see this young kid from Durham, New Hampshire, Brennan Oxford, who has thrown 4 consecutive no-hitters in high school ball? He's going for number 5 today. He's pitching right now.
Oh my goodness. What league is that?
He's going to Wake Forest. He's a left-hander. He's only a junior. He's already committed to Wake Forest.
Figures Wake Forest. Good for him.
Through his 4th consecutive no-hitter against Hollis Brookline on Thursday. Closed out the no-hitter Thursday, striking out the side of the 7th at 13 Ks. And he's now gone 30 and 2/3 innings without a hit.
He's just going to, he's not going to get drafted, and he wants going straight to college, huh?
Pretty good school, too. A little floater here and hauled in by Pedroia, 2 down. And Nesson has sent a crew there to watch him pitch today. We'll see if he can get another one.
Brian Johnson getting it done, man. You get a 3-run lead and you go to work.
Guillermo Heredia here, right fielder, hitting .279 with 2 home runs. And Mike Zunino on deck, the catcher. Those 2 are roommates, Brian Johnson and Mike Zunino, in college at Florida. And they were a battery.
Have they never faced one another? I wouldn't think, right?
They have not. This would be the first time at the big league level. And the 1-1 runs up to bunt. Did he offer? That's a strike.
Nice curveball there by Brian Johnson.
A ball and 2 strikes, base is empty, and 2 down. Sox in front 3-0. Trying to win 6 straight. And foul tipped into the mitt and held by Leon. He struck out 3 men already in the first 2 innings. Trusted source for Red Sox tickets, from bleachers to boxes, all with a 200% guarantee. Treat yourself for someone special with tickets to a game. Visit aceticket.com right now or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. The Red Sox in front 3-0. Could be a larger lead. A couple of base running mistakes.
Yeah, the inning could have went on and on and on.
Devin Marrero to lead off the bottom of the second. Then it's Mookie Betts, who started the uprising in the first with a walk and a stolen base. Red Sox stealing 2 bases against Rob Whalen, who was wild in the first. Marrero swinging a pretty good bat. He's hit safely in 5 in a row.
He just can't try to be too big. He's better when he just tries to hit the ball up the middle, even though he went bridge the other night.
1-1. Try to hold up, and he did, said the first base umpire Mike Everett.
He hasn't thrown him a strike yet. 3 breaking balls in the dirt.
Yankees have won their game. They nipped Oakland 3-2. That's a final. Orioles play tonight in Houston. Pop foul out of play. Keuchel returns for the Astros tonight off the disabled list. He's 7-0.
Just what they need, the way they're going.
Toronto's won. They beat Texas 3-1.
Texas is going south. We caught them at a good time.
I think you're right. 2-2. Breaking ball hit hard to the third baseman, snagged by Seager. 1 away in the second.
Tonight at 10 p.m. on NESN Sports Today, Celtics president Danny Ainge on what the Green needs to do to improve, and many more stories. NESN Sports Today is presented by the People's United Bank.
Top of the order again, Mookie Betts. A walk and a run. His 8th stolen base of the year. Yesterday snapping a 10-game hitting streak against Seattle by going 0 for 4. Fenway absolutely packed today for the middle game of the series. Little number off the end of the bat foul. It's 0-2. Two-strike pitch. Line into center, but it hangs up for Dyson. 2 fast outs in the second inning, and Pedroia next. Time of the Geico Red Sox moment, honoring the 07 Red Sox World Championship season. Game number 48. Red Sox beat Texas 7-4. Tim Wakefield allowed 4 runs over 7, got his 5th win. Manny Ramirez doubled and tripled, and Kevin Youkilis doubled to lead the offense.
33-15 their record was.
It was as smooth a season as I can ever remember seeing.
Start to finish.
Pedroia in the first inning was hit on the arm by a pitch.
Fastball just ran in right to his forearm. Got him good.
Already playing on a bit of a tender knee. Oh, 2. Get that compression sleeve on it. You didn't have that when you played, Eck.
What, those sleeves?
Just rubbed a little dirt on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. This guy's dangerous out there.
He's already hit 2 men. He got Hanley on the helmet.
Man. Jeez.
Whalen's 1-2 pitch. Softly hit into right field. Heredia makes the catch, and the Red Sox go 1-2-3 on top 3-0. Red Sox baseball in Essen is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. So this should be fascinating as we go to the top of the third inning. This is the former Battery at the University of Florida, head-to-head for the first time at the major league level. Mike Zunino getting in against the man he used to catch, Brian Johnson. And he hits the first one stiff but foul. Wouldn't you know it? For the moment, they're no longer roommates.
Yeah. This was meant to be. You think about it. This one outing in particular, he's up here to pitch.
Well, it was 6 years ago tomorrow that Mike Zunino hit Brian Johnson in the back of the head with a throw in the SEC tournament and knocked him unconscious on a throw down to second base.
So he should just punch out right here and take it on in.
Right. Brian was all right after a couple of minutes, but his catcher did him in there. The 1-2. And on the inside corner to strike him out.
Just froze him right there with a fastball. Striking out is something that Zunino does regular. That's his 39th strikeout and way less than 100 at bats.
Fourth strikeout for Johnson.
He didn't think he was going to come back in there, but he did and caught plate. And he's got to sit down. Tell you what, you give Brian Johnson 3 runs and he goes to work, doesn't he?
Apparently.
Man.
Every time a Red Sox pitcher strikes out a Mariner player, Lexus will donate $50 to the Greater Boston Food Bank.
He gets it and throws it too. Good pace.
Gerard Dyson here, the former Kansas City Royal. He looks at a strike, hitting .207 with a pair of home runs. Brian's sister Brooke played softball at the University of Florida. Little dribbler, swing and bunt. Leon to be tested. He'll spin, fire, and safe at first base. Dyson can really fly. And he's on with the second hit of the day against Johnson.
Of all people to swing a bunt, swinging bunt like that, the fastest guy on the team, this guy can get it. And this is an ugly at bat to talk about just chopping it like that. You couldn't place it any better than that. Leon had no chance. High fastball ends up being a bunt. And he can get it too. This guy's one of the fastest guys in the major leagues.
Certainly a threat to go, obviously, with 13 stolen bases, #1 in the American League. Now another really fast guy in Gene Segura, who is 0 for 1. I think of all the really good players in the American League today, Gene Segura is one of the least well known. Could be 2. Pedroia to Bogarts, and a drop, and he does get him. Bogarts holding the bag to get Dyson, but should have been a double play.
Well, you're just thankful to get one right there. It is a double play ball. Happens 99% of the time, and he messes it up, but just in time to get him at second. That is so close. That would have been awful if he couldn't get anybody right there, but he just in time. Luckily, he stretched out there to get it. Good enough. I'll take one.
Got the out, so no error. Segura becomes the base runner at first base with 2 away, and Valencia will step in. He singled his first time up. Red Sox ahead 3-0. Certainly a choppy start for Dustin Pedroia today.
I'll tell you one thing. Brian Johnson is proud of that fastball. He's not throwing very hard, but he uses it all the time.
And the 0-1 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike on Valencia. Sox have been a very good daytime team. They're 13-6 in the daytime. That's the best mark in the American League. And at Fenway Park, you go back to the middle of May of last year, Red Sox are 22-5 in day games at Fenway.
There's that good curveball.
1-2.
See the break on this curveball. That is nice.
If he strikes out Valencia, that'll be his 5th in the first 3 innings. 2-2. Cano on deck.
Trying to get in on him right here. Careful.
Popped him up. And a play from Moreland on the infield grass for the catch. And Johnson continues to breeze here. It's allowed just a couple of hits. 3-0 Boston. Care without leaving the ballpark at Fenway. The Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the first aid station. That's behind section 12 on the lower concourse. Visit bidmc.org. Last of the third, Red Sox leading Seattle 3-0. Xander Bogaerts in the middle of that with a first inning RBI single and scored a run. So batting .339. He has blasted his first home run of the season on this homestand. While we have a moment, our best to Nikki Dimitrolakos, who's 85 years old, from Chelmsford. Lifelong Red Sox fan. She's recovering from surgery.
Nicely done. This guy has hit 2 and has almost hit 2 others. He almost hit Pedroia again and almost hit Bogaerts right there.
Check swing, and he fouled it away at the plate. Benintendi on deck, and then Hanley Ramirez here in the third. And the 2-2, and he wouldn't chase it. So a full count. Whalen very wild in the first inning.
Watch out.
Line shot, scooped up. Very slick play by Cano to get him at first base. 1 man away.
Almost get your head taken off, and it's not a base hit. It's amazing. I have seen so many balls, shots, hit back up the middle that are outs. Look at this. This is a slider down and away, and it goes and whizzes right by his head. And Dr. Cool out there makes an easy play on it. Cano, doesn't he?
As you call him, Captain Casual.
Captain Casual, man. He is the best.
Won a couple of Gold Gloves. Here's Benintendi. Base hit up the middle, maybe. Cano snags it, throws. Oh, he's going to get him at first base as he steals a hit.
God, I can't stand when he slides like that.
Segura with an outstanding play.
Boy, he's got a good arm is what he's got, Segura. He gets to this ball, and his momentum's carrying him the other way. I thought that was a base hit easy too, but he gets enough on that to throw him out. Why he dives is beyond me. Not a lot of base hits up the middle, and not that one either. You don't need to do that.
Boy, these two up the middle are fun to watch for Seattle. The way the club has been playing generally wouldn't be described that way, but Segura stealing a hit. And Cano with a very slick play right before that. Hanley was hit by a pitch and stole a base in the first inning.
I don't think Cano could have got enough on that. That guy's got a good arm.
And the 1-0 pitch will be outside. Three runs on 3 hits for the Red Sox. Nothing across 2 hits for Seattle.
Up the middle.
That'll squeak through for a base hit for Hanley. So he's aboard for the second time. Sox now with 4 hits against Whalen. Mitch Moreland on the way up. Moreland first time flied out to right field. Red Sox pouring across 3 runs, but Whalen had a lot to do with that in the first. He walked 2, hit 2.
Got Moreland last time on a little cutter about belt high. He just missed it. Somebody's going to juice this guy before it's over with. I guarantee you that.
He is up to 55 pitches. No activity in their bullpen, although they did have activity in the first inning. Hot shot caught by Valencia.
Telling ya.
For out number 3. Another bullet. Red Sox with some ringing shots. 3-0 Boston. Well, NESN is looking for youth baseball and softball teams to be part of our live studio audience for NESN Clubhouse. Enter your son or daughter's team visiting NESNClubhouse.com. Click the studio audience button for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Cano very casually walking out of the batter's box, takes a strike.
This guy is too cool for school, isn't he? If there's one guy, this is it.
0 for 1. He's flied out to right field. Sox on top 3-0. High pop up into left. Xander Bogaerts underneath that, along with Benintendi, who will make the play. Now let's get out of Guerin.
Thanks, Obi. I'm sitting here with Billy Johnson, Brian Johnson's dad, who's watching his son pitch in the major leagues for the first time. Billy, with everything that Brian has been through, how special is it for you to watch him here today?
Well, Brian being healthy is a big part of the game for Brian. He's had a lot of scares in his life. He's scared a lot of us. But for Brian to be healthy, we're very, very happy for Brian. And he now is able to achieve what he's wanted in his life here, which is being in Fenway and throwing.
And how special is that for you as his dad to watch this?
Well, as a little kid, I've worked with all my kids, and Brian as a little kid,
Mookie Betts all the way there to that bullpen fence to hold that in.
Brian as a little kid, in his whole life, he's wanted to do this. Like I was telling you earlier, when I'd go to work and dress up and go to work, Brian would look at me at 5 years, 6 years old and look at me and go, "Dad, why do you have to dress up to go to work every day?" I said, "Brian, when you grow up, you're going to have to dress up and do this." And he goes, "No, I'm not. I'm going to wear a baseball uniform to work." I said, "Well, that's a great ambition right there." So he's got his life dream right now.
And how much pride do you take in watching him achieve this?
Our whole family does. We're a very tight family, all of us, and we all cheer Brian on. Brian's the youngest one of the family, so Brian's the baby of the family, so we love it.
You guys are up here from Florida and just enjoying this day.
We came up here to see Brian's debut in Fenway, and so far so good. Keep it up.
All right, we'll pass it back up to you, OB.
All right, Garen, thank you very much. Great day for the family.
Yeah, good luck charm right there. That ball was almost over the fence, wasn't it?
May well have been gone as Betts hauled it in.
This is his day, man.
A strike on Seager.
You know that Mookie's got a beat on this thing, and that ball's gone if he doesn't get there. I'll tell you what, but he catches it easy. Oh yeah. You can tell a lot of emotion in that family from what's happened to Brian Johnson.
Yep. Well, we talked about one incident when he was hit by his own catcher by an errant throw, and a year after that, Johnson was struck in the face by a line drive that fractured bones around the eye. He's been pretty public about battling depression and anxiety.
So a lot's happened for this boy. I'll tell you what, it's a great time for him and his family to be on this mound today.
No doubt. 3-2.
Yes.
Down goes Seager. He struck him out. A 1-2-3 inning for Brian Johnson with a little help from Mookie Betts. Won the Triple Crown in '67. Who was second on the team in batting average? Text 1 for George Scott, 2 for Reggie Smith. Text your answer to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. Ground ball into the shift, and from shallow right field, plenty of time for Cano to get him. Jackie Bradley retired, so 1 out in the 4th. Red Sox leading 3-0. Trying to win 6 consecutive games for the first time this year. Sandy Leon will be next. You know, Brian Johnson's dad was talking about his son as a young man who's gone through an awful lot. I think a number of Red Sox fans are probably aware that a couple of years ago in October of 2015, Johnson, he was unharmed after a carjacking in Florida, which got very violent. Actually, the man who stole the car fired his weapon. He fired a gun. No one was hit by it, but Brian's friend who was traveling with him was hit by a piece of the concrete as the bullet was fired into the ground, and guy stole a car, and he was eventually arrested, but not before he got it up to 125 miles an hour on a highway. So he's been through some scary stuff to wind up here today at Fenway.
Yeah, this is nothing here.
Leon with an RBI base hit in the first inning, and he knocks that one foul out of play.
Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. Adam Pellerin and Steve Lyons will preview tomorrow's starting pitcher Rick Porcello. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DC save you?
1-2, and that one caught by Valencia in fair territory. It was a fair ball, out number 2. He's been busy over there at first base.
I'm surprised this guy has made it here until the 4th inning, to be honest with you.
Yeah, especially the way the game started. Walk Betts on 4 pitches. Then he hit Pedroia on the arm. He allowed singles to Bogarts and Benintendi. Then he hit Hanley Ramirez on the helmet. Also in that inning, a walk and a single off him. Into right field, Heredia coming on strong, and he'll make the catch of a sinking line drive, and the Red Sox out in order here in the 4th. 3-0 Boston. The CVS Health Charity Classic is added a 2-day family-friendly food festival, Crave, Rhode Island, June 15 and 16 at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence. Go to CBSHealthCharityClassic.com for more information. 5th inning, Red Sox in front 3-0. Brian Johnson back at it. So far he's allowed Seattle just 2 hits. He struck out 5. And he's thrown a lot of strikes, Eck.
He really has. He's used his fastball more than I thought he would. Obviously he's got a real good breaking ball. Little 12 to 6 thing. He throws just like Sale, but he doesn't throw as hard.
0-2 to Motter, and dribble foul. Heredia on deck, and then Zunino. And the lefty with another 0-2. Bounding ball, charging in Marrero. Nice scoop and fire. Low throw and the dig, and he held the bag. Moreland helping him there at first base.
That might be the best play we've seen Moreland pick all year long. See Marrero charging this thing. He throws off his right foot. Look at this, ball's way off line, but he keeps his foot on the base. Full stretch. Nice pick.
One man out. Heredia struck out his first time up. And pop foul out of play for a strike.
See, they just can't get on that fastball. You know, he's got a mixture of things, and he throws a fastball high too. A lot of high fastballs.
And Heredia, as that one drifts in for a strike. Curveball at 73. It's been another good pitch for him.
He throws an occasional changeup.
Two softly hit. That's going to dunk down for a single. So Heredia is on with a single to right field with 1 away. Just the 3rd hit for Seattle. Fans, with Benjamin Moore, you can paint like no other. Go to BenjaminMoore.com to find your nearest retailer. So the former Florida roommates once again met for the first time at the big league level in the 3rd inning, and Brian Johnson struck out his former catcher Mike Zunino.
He's got him all messed up now. Start him off with a breaking ball in the dirt. Punched him out looking last time. Fastball in.
Popped up. Back off into the stands. He's got him in the hole, 0-2.
Now what's he going to do? 0-2. You're going to throw a high fastball. You're going to throw a curveball in the dirt.
One out, one on. Red Sox up 3-0.
You know he wants to punch him out again. High fastball. This won't be a strike.
When Johnson and Zunino were together at Florida, they won the NCAA championship together in 2011. The team they beat was Jackie Bradley's South Carolina Gamecocks. And a high pop up. Benintendi and Bradley, and Jackie there. 2 down.
You see how he went about going after him this time after having punched him out looking. Breaking ball down out of the strike zone. Fastball beat him a little bit right there, and then a high fastball to get him off of that. Again a high fastball, doubled up on the fastball, ball out of the zone, pop up.
2 away. Dyson reached on a swinging bunt single in the 3rd inning. Marrero is in close just in case. There are 2 down. Pop down the left field line. That's going to fall in right along the track. Benintendi to try and dig it out. Big turn at first base. He's going to head on back. Radius safely into third, and they're on the corners with 2 away.
Well, Dyson, boy, you saw what he did the first time, up a swinging bunt, and this time he gets jammed. That ball just floated out there. I thought he'd try for 2 on this, but he didn't. Let's see where this pitch is. Kind of got him on the label. He didn't even know that it was fair. He left late out of the box. Watch him stutter there for a second. He didn't know where it is, and then he takes off. You'd think he'd get a double easy on this ball. Benintendi gets it in, but he holds it first.
So that'll send up the #1 hitter in the American League coming into play today, Gene Segura. 0 for 2. He's hit the ball on the ground twice.
This is serious right here. I don't care. This is their toughest out to me. Boy, he paints him with 85. And that was a fastball.
First and third. Red Sox trying to protect a 3-0 lead. Runner at first goes. No throw. And a stolen base for Dyson.
Oh, you can have it all day right there.
So second and third. 1 ball and 1 strike on Segura. Now with you, Segura's their toughest out.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind. I'll tell you, this is a tough situation right here.
He's a grinder. Over 200 hits last year with Arizona. And more hits than anybody in the National League a year ago.
Look at that. 86 up out of the strike zone. Unbelievable. I mean, this is unheard of. Don't throw a strike with it. It's just up high enough out of the strike zone with no hair on it.
Johnson trying to get out of this. Fouled away. This is where Segura gets really tough.
Yes, he does. He's not trying to pull. He's going to stay right on it. He's thrown him 4 fastballs, and that was the hardest one he threw right there.
Gutsy.
He's gutsy. When are you going to throw a hook in the dirt?
Fly ball right field. A play for Betts.
Nicely done.
And he gets out of it. Brian Johnson once again. He strands runners at second and third. Sox up by 3. The Ultimate Red Sox Show, presented by AAA, Part 1 of Christian Vasquez, the interview with Red Sox historian Gordon Eads, plays of the week, and much more. That's tonight at 6, only on Nesson. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien with you, bottom of the 5th inning. Red Sox ahead of Seattle 3-0. Top of the order, it'll be Betts, Pedroia, Bogarts. They all reached in the 1st inning against Rob Whalen. And at the time, as the Red Sox scored 3, and he was all over the place, hitting batters, walking guys, you figured it was going to be a real short outing. Figured Eck could already be in the showers.
Well, 2 runners thrown out on the bases, the 2 outs.
That hurt.
Totally. Hanley ran through a stop sign by Butterfield.
Mookie with a walk, a stolen base. He's also lined to center. A 2-1. Evens the count. So Whalen's been able to settle in.
He's got to be fine, man. He's got to keep that ball right on the corner. Nothing special out there.
Breaking ball hammered into the ground, and Segura with a dig to throw him out. 1 away. And Pedroia will be next. We invite you to stay right here after the 3rd out of this inning for a special behind the scenes look at what happens in between innings here at Fenway.
What happens?
Well, you will typically about that time go for a coffee. And you're such a gentleman, you'll always ask me, do you want one?
I didn't think you'd ever really needed one.
I really don't. And every once in a while I just want to give you something extra to do. And it really gets no more exciting in the booth than that, actually.
That's it.
I chop foul by Pedroia.
That's why I was wondering what's happening.
What's happening?
What's happening?
I wake up like that most days. What's happening? Or more accurately, what happened?
What happened exactly?
Red Sox trying to make it 6 for 6 here today. Riding their longest winning streak of 2017. 0-2 to Pedroia. Hard hit, base hit, past the diving Segura. Pedroia with the turn. He's got himself his first hit of the day. He had gotten drilled early in the 1st inning. Seems to have shaken that off.
It's a little payback right there. An 0-2 hanging curveball. Watch his curveball. Doesn't do anything. Stays right there, and he hits it right where he's supposed to. Right up the middle. I don't think Pedroia is going to be running anytime soon. He's not one of our speedsters.
Xander Bogaerts with 8 stolen bases. Mookie Betts has tied him. In there for strike 1. He has singled and driven in a run. He's also grounded out today. He has hit safely in 15 of his last 16 games at Fenway at around 400. The 0-1 from Whalen.
Got those lazy breaking balls. Yeah, lazy slider. He had a lazy curveball that he threw to Pedroia, but he makes a pitch here and there.
Whalen began his career as a New York Met, never pitched at the big league level for the Mets. And they traded him to Atlanta. He made his major league debut last year. He's 23 years old. Very deliberate with men on base. Right through there for a strike.
I mean, you wouldn't see that. I mean, him being a relief pitcher, he hasn't got enough gas to be a reliever, right? I mean, this nowadays, I mean.
No, not when you're used to seeing guys throwing changeups at 92.
Totally.
Coming out of bullpens. Pedroia with a short lead.
He's gun shy, man. Everybody running on him. He's taking his sweet time.
Red Sox have made some very loud outs today.
They have.
But have not scored since the first inning. 1-2 slam foul. They hit that wickedly on a hanging breaking ball.
I mean, please, that says drill me. That says take me to the bridge is what that says. But it was inside. You know, it wasn't a strike. It was, he couldn't keep it fair. That thing is just spinning.
Boy, that had Lansdowne written all over it.
Oh my goodness.
A little too quick on it. 1-2. Benintendi on deck. And he pops that one up. Foul off first. Room for Valencia right to the coach's box. 2 down. Tired of waiting in line to enter Fenway? Well, with the MLB.com ballpark app, you can use the electronic ticket feature to enter through the mobile ticket fast lane. Stop waiting and download the ballpark app today. Two-away runner at first base for Benintendi, who has singled in a run and grounded out. Busted out of an 0 for 7 with a first inning base hit. Look at the game recap. Red Sox getting all the runs in the first inning off of Whalen. Bogarts with a single, an RBI and a run. Yankees beat the A's 3-2 in the Bronx today. Toronto beat Texas 3-1. Tampa Bay is trailing the Twins 4-2 in the 8th inning. Orioles play tonight against Houston. High fly ball right field.
That's it.
Heredia
Get out of here.
to the track, and he's there to get under and make the catch.
Oh,
And that is out number 3.
that is branch work is what that is.
We're going to keep it right here and stay in the park as Eck goes for coffee.
Go Red Sox. Go.
Go Red Sox.
Go Red Sox. Come on.
Go, go,
Go, go,
Go. Go.
go, go,
go,
go.
go!
NESN Go. Anytime, anywhere, you go. Now you can live stream any NESN Red Sox game on your favorite device. Visit NESNGO.com to stream the game or download the app.
I'm outside the courthouse where we're waiting for word on the office cover-up scandal. Due to faulty shipping labels, the package was lost. WB, care to comment?
Well, they should have used Avery labels with TrueBlock technology. They completely cover anything underneath.
Is that what you use?
Of course, they're Avery labels. So if you're listening, call me by 11:30 a.m. We'll deliver right to your desk the same day for free.
Who but WB Mason, proud to be an American company.
We all know someone who served. Someone who gave the ultimate sacrifice. But today, we don't mourn their deaths. We celebrate their lives. We honor their service. We remember these heroes and their sacrifice by wearing the poppy flower.
USAA joins Wings for Warriors in remembering the fallen on Memorial Day.
Really? Relax, babe. I've got T-Mobile. It's all unlimited, so I've got unlimited access to all things MLB.
Are you sure that means all things?
Yeah, totally. Oh. Good morning, Bryce.
Dude, what time is it?
Funny filter time. Say something funny. I'm not that funny. Yeah, still kind of funny. Thanks. I got unlimited data, so we can just keep going if we want.
That's how he wakes up.
I know.
Like perfectly coiffed. T-Mobile One. Stream, post, and share all things MLB on the most advanced LTE network. Unlimited data means unlimited baseball.
The greatest generation there. Red Sox who have served our great country. Ted Williams, 2 separate tours. Red Sox in the lead 3-0 here in the 6th inning. The lights are on at Fenway. Started out bright and sunny. The sun is ducked behind some clouds, but the Sox in front, and Brian Johnson has been a big story here today.
Brian Johnson is pitching, is what he's doing.
Valencia sees that one into the dirt. 1-2. He's gone 1 for 2. Johnson, a left-hander from Lakeland, Florida, with his dad and his family watching from the stands today. First time pitching in Fenway Park. He's 1-0 on the season. Pedroia to his left from the cut of the grass, throws on to get him. 1 away.
Boy, he's doing his thing, man. Little high fastballs, curveballs, change up occasionally. He's got it going on.
Garrett spoke to his pop a little bit earlier. Brian's mom is a former Double Mint chewing gum twin.
Haven't seen one of those commercials in a long
Been
time.
A long
right? Been
time.
a long time.
Long time, Eric. I still chew the gum.
Do you?
Oh yeah. Cano is 0 for 2. He has flied to right and the left. Stings that one, but foul.
You know, I can't remember the last time I chewed gum.
Did you as a player?
Yeah, a little. No, not on the mound. Never on the mound.
Did you ever dip?
Quickly, and then I
gave it up fast.
Oh yeah, easily. Thank
for
goodness.
you.
I'm glad I didn't like it.
Glad you did too.
I wanted to look cool at the beginning. I remember when I was a rookie, I tried to put a little chew in.
Is your sense that that is dying out in Major League Baseball?
No, I would hope so. I mean, with Tony Gwynn, having passed away from it, I think it had a big impact on everybody.
I agree. His death, yes.
But I remember my rookie card. I've got a big chaw in my. And every time I see that, I go, "What was I thinking?"
Yeah, who is that guy?
Who is that guy?
Sock foul down the line.
But it was something back in the day. You put bubble gum around it. You've seen Francona, and I think he tried to quit too, didn't he? But you put the bubble gum around it and stick it in your jaw.
Which sounds awful,
doesn't it? But it was cool. I mean, it looked like you were, you're a gamer, man.
Cano with a drive out there to center field. Bradley on his horse. Leaps it on the play. Boy, did he time that perfectly. As smooth as it gets, 2 down.
This ball was absolutely crushed. And I'll tell you what, this is so casual. Look at him. He looks twice, looks at the fence, and he catches this ball easy. That is a difficult play to make. That ball's smothered. And he goes back, takes a look, glances at the fence, turns around, makes a catch. If he could catch that ball that he caught in Oakland, he could catch anything. That ball is up in the air just high enough. That's 2 balls that could be home runs anywhere else today.
Brian's dad, Billy, loves the defense today. Mookie Betts went all the way to the bullpen fence, and he took one back. Not a leaping catch, but this is a tougher play.
That play in Oakland was one of the greatest plays I've ever seen, especially for 2 outs in the 9th inning. He went up, timed it perfectly, snatched it, came back down with it, and nobody knew he had it. That's how cool he is.
Cruz taking one high, a strikeout, a fly out, 0 for 2.
I mean, Kimbrel was on the mound going, show me if you have the ball or not. It was, I mean, but when he was trotting in, you knew he had to have it.
Wailing away, coming up empty, 1-2.
Johnson, something about that high fastball, they just can't get to it. And it's not like it's got major hair on it. It's like 88.
The Red Sox used to have a closer who could throw up there at 85, 86 range, and down he goes. Cruz strikes out. Johnson gets him 1, 2, 3. More fine defense behind him, and he's pitching a shutout. Yes, sir. Bottom of the 6th inning. Sox coming up. Ramirez, Moreland, Bradley against Rob Whalen, who's still out there. Sox have touched him up for 3 runs, 5 hits, but all of those runs in the 1st inning.
He said it like he's still out there.
It's a bit of a shock after the way the first inning went down. Since then, he has scattered just a couple of hits. That one stung. Seager off the ankles will throw on to get him. There've been 5 or 6 of those. MLB.TV Premium is back and better than ever. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to @Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Heck, what do you think?
I don't know. He's having a good time, man. No one's really paying attention to him.
Nope, just kind of ignoring him. Work off some of that energy.
Back to this game. I'll tell you what, Whalen, I thought Benintendi got him last inning. I did. Didn't you?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, and then the hanging curveball to Bogarts, I thought he should have hit to the moon.
No one's taken him out of the yard yet. Whalen, 23 years old.
I mean, I've pitched games before. I've thrown a shutout before where I gave up like 20 rockets. So it happens. I mean, you got to hit them where they ain't.
One dribble foul. Whalen's pitching line brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. I have a hard time believing you gave up 20 rockets.
That's a little exaggeration, but a lot of line drives. The wind was blowing in. But you see the K's, that's an indication that no one's swinging and missing.
You know, the Red Sox have barreled up a high number of outs. 1-2.
No, it was a game in Texas. I never forgot it. The game in Texas, I won 1-0. It was the ugliest shutout I have ever thrown. I mean, there was about 4 balls, and I don't know if the old Texas Stadium, man, when the wind blew in, you couldn't hit it out. And I gave up like 6 balls that could have been gone.
So on any other day, they're out of there.
I swear to God.
2-2 lifted along the left field line. That one slicing into the corner, and a foul ball. 2-2 on Moreland.
There's not much room to go foul, but he found it. It hit the wall.
Moreland hit the ball hard his last time up. He stung a line drive caught by Valencia at first base. Overshift around to the right on Moreland. Here comes the 2-2 from Rob Whalen.
Here comes this little hook. Hanger.
Line drive. Boom. Base hit. So the Sox have a base runner with 1 down in the 6th.
Why is everybody so loud? I can't hear myself think.
No, the wave has made a return.
What's that?
The wave has that's made a return.
Oh no.
Red Sox Nation is a reason why the Red Sox and the rest of America run on Dunkin'. Dunkin's iced coffee is consistently smooth and delicious. Dunkin' Donuts coffee, the #1 coffee in New England. The Boston Red Sox run on Dunkin'. And they get Lawrence up in their bullpen, the right-hander. 86 pitches for Rob Whalen. Jackie Bradley with a walk and a tapper to second base, and he'll take ball 1.
Boy, he's got a couple of gems this year to put on his Gold Glove resume, doesn't he? He's trying to beat out Kiermaier from Tampa. Boy, he puts on a show, man.
He's a great outfielder. He's won it. The reigning Gold Glover in center field, Kiermaier at Tampa Bay.
And then Pilar has made some great catches this year. I mean, that's a tough place to get the Gold Glove.
Sure
center
is.
field, American League.
It really is.
This division.
Jackie was a finalist last year. Did not win it. Moreland on at first base with 1 out. Sox have out hit them 6-4. Fly ball right center field. That's a drive. Heredia back, turning around, gone.
Finally.
They just felt that was a matter of time today, and Jackie Bradley touches them all, and the Red Sox lead it 5-0.
I told you somebody was going to choose him.
Here comes Service. Jackie Bradley torching one for his 5th home run of the season. And they have made the call to the bullpen.
This is the right guy to go deep right here. Takes a home run away almost in center field last inning and then loses one in the bullpen. This thing might have went over the bullpen. Fastball, nothing on it. See ya. Over the bullpen.
Jackie Bradley with a blistering shot. Whalen out of the ball game. Red Sox up 5-0. He donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital. Stop by your local Speedway and quench your thirst with a refreshing fountain soda or Speedy Freeze, any size, just 69 cents. Jackie Bradley with his 5th home run of the season. Red Sox leading 5-0 in a bid to run the winning streak to 6 in a row. Casey Lawrence comes on out of the bullpen. High ERA. We see this a lot with the Mariner relief corps. His is at 8.10.
Hitting .342 off of him. He's due for a good outing.
Sandy Leon with a base hit first time up. He's gone 1 for 2. That'll drift down into the stands down the left field line. So the Red Sox finally get to Whalen. You felt like that was a matter of time as he goes into the 6th inning, but then the base hit by Moreland and a 2-run no doubter by Jackie Bradley.
You know, to me, that would have been a shame if they didn't get him. I mean, he was there for the taking. He was there for the taking in the 1st inning, got away with it. They finally got him.
5 earned runs over 5 1/3. And the 0-2 waved down and missed. Down he goes, strike 3. So 2 away.
Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. Adam Pellerin and Steve Lyons will break down Brian Johnson's start. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but WB Mason?
Well, I'm getting the box score on the game that you're talking about.
Really?
The 1-0 win over Texas. This was July 28, 1979. Do you remember who you beat? You beat another Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, Fergie.
You beat Fergie Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got him. Well, I told you 1-0.
And you went to 12-5 on the year.
I was styling, but no one knew I was living in the branch work.
Box score says there were 9 rockets off of it. Oh, it actually doesn't.
It's true though. I told you.
That's a pretty darn good performance, though. I mean, you beat Fergie Jenkins.
But I knew. I'll tell you what. Pat Corrales was the manager.
I remember.
And after the game, he said that was the worst shutout I've ever seen. You know something? I couldn't argue.
But it's 1-0.
Put it in the books, man.
Cut on and miss. Down goes Marrero, but the Red Sox get 2 more on the board. Jackie Bradley with a shot, and the Red Sox lead it 5-0. Baseball in Nesson is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. 7th inning, 5-0 Red Sox. Brian Johnson right now tossing a 4-hit shutout. He's fanned this man, Kyle Seager, twice. He'll be followed by Motter and then Heredia.
He's been filling it up. I can't remember a count that he had 3 balls on a guy. Maybe 1. Might be wrong, but a lot of strikes.
Into the shift, a 1-hopper, Pedroia from right field. 1 away.
Boy, that shift is a beautiful thing. They should have come up with that when I was playing.
Time now for Tools of the Trade, presented by DeWalt FlexVolt.
Look at these punch outs. High fastball cannot get there. A little breaking ball to Sager. High fastball again. His pal, he punched out, right? And then a fastball right by Sager. I mean, that's like 87, 88. See ya.
DeWalt FlexVolt, the official power tool of the Boston Red Sox. Popped into left field. Benintendi plenty of time. 2 down. You know, the lead for the longest time was only 3-0. That's not much at Fenway Park, but he actually has been pitching like he's up 9-0.
Yes.
Johnson's pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket.
You gotta love his pace. He just gets it and throws it. Not afraid to use his fastball. Not afraid at all.
Line drive. Heredia picking on the first pitch, and he singles to right. Their 5th hit of the afternoon. And now he takes on his old teammate, roommate, Mike Zunino again. He struck out Zunino the first time they squared off in the 3rd inning, and then Zunino flied to center the second time. So he's 0 for 2.
Oh, needs to have that right there. Zunino loves to air it out too. Swings hard. He can hit some home runs, but he just strikes out so much.
Hitting just a .149.
Look at that swing. Just don't hit his bat and you'll be okay.
I got to tell you, I love all these people, and especially the young ones, keeping score.
Yeah.
Really getting into it early.
I learned early. I still don't know how to do it.
I don't want anyone reading mine.
No, I know yours is real. I never said anything about yours.
There's no shot with that penmanship.
Yeah.
This little guy's got it going on.
See if he tries to slip the cheese by his buddy Zunino. Zunino. I say his name different every time I say it.
The 1-2. That's a strike.
Oh my goodness! Thank you. A little gift.
Got him with that curveball. He strikes him out
gift
for the 2nd time today. By any name, Zunino is upset. McDonald's any McCafe Bakery muffin with any size hot or iced coffee, just $1.99. Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball. Plainridge Park Casino, 45 minutes from Boston. And by Subaru Retailers of New England. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien, and Garen Austin with you from Fenway. Manchester strong, so our thoughts and our hearts are with the folks of Manchester. Time now for our Capital Player to Bank On, presented by Capital One. This is Banking Reimagined.
That's a fastball that just had bridge written all over it. Jackie just tattooed that thing. 2-run Johnson for a 5-0 lead.
Red Sox knocking Whalen out after 5 and a third. 5 earned runs. Jackie Bradley torching that home run, his 5th. And the Sox lead at 5-0. And thoroughly enjoying themselves these days at Fenway Park. And a ground ball to the shortstop. And Segura will set down Mookie Betts, who is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run. 1 man gone in the 7th inning. So Brian Johnson has gone 7 strong, shutting out Seattle to this point. Red Sox got 3 in the 1st inning, 2 more in the 6th. Dustin Pedroia was hit on the arm by a fastball in the 1st inning. Since then he's flied out and ripped a single. Red Sox trying to make it 6 consecutive wins. Is your backyard ready for summer? Shop the largest collection of quality outdoor furniture at Jordan's Furniture. Get up to 72 months no interest with equal payments and no minimum on anything you buy in the store.
See how this guy could be tough on right-handers. Kind of a side armor that had that ball run back in on Petey right there. But he's got that sweeping breaking ball you got to look out for.
And a 1-2 down and away.
There it was, not even tempting at all.
Tomorrow afternoon, 1:35. Rick Porcello going after his 4th win. And a 2-2. And the way it's going right now, this keeps up, the Red Sox are going to try and sweep the homestand on Sunday. Winning streak started on Sunday in Oakland. Red Sox have been gaining ground in the division. Won't be able to gain on the Yankees because they've already won. But they've jumped right past the Orioles, and that's going to be a called strike 3. And Pedroia caught looking, according to Bruce Dreckman. So 2 down. Time for a game break now, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store, the Boston Red Sox. Here's Adam Pellerin. Adam, thank you very much. Xander Bogaerts in. 1 for 3 with an RBI single today. Hitting .335. And chops a foul for a strike. Quickly 0-2.
That's a good pitch. He has that ball that runs back in on a right-handed hitter.
Bogaerts hitting .335, so 4th in the American League at the moment. Benintendi would follow. And Lawrence with the 0-2 pitch. Again jammed him, and he got a piece of it.
Man, 3 in a row in there. Knuckleballs right at your fingernails.
I've seen Bogaerts before able to quickly get the bat around on a pitch like that and drive it up into the monster seats and a non-strike.
Yeah. Right. Last year he hit a ball out of the ballpark. Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's like he had no business swinging at it, and he hit it out of Fenway entirely. Bounding ball foul, snagged by Seager.
It's like it would have hit him in the chest if he didn't hit it out of the ballpark.
Right.
You know, something.
But he is able to do more with non-strikes sometimes than just about anybody.
Well, obviously he's got plate coverage where he flicks the ball out to right field, but a lot of times, you know, he'd been chasing a lot of breaking balls there for a while.
0-2. Held up there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Xander, not a guy who takes a lot of walks, only 16 of them this season. Remember when he first came up, you know, he showed a very discerning eye, and we thought he might be a 90 to 100 walks a year guy. He's not that kind of hitter. He likes contact. It's that sharply. Segura quickly up and gunning, and gets him by a quarter of a step at first base to retire the side. We move on to the 8th. 5-0 Red Sox. Well, the Red Sox promoting the left-hander Brian Johnson, and he has become a major story today. He's tossing a 5-hit shutout at the Seattle Mariners. A floater toward the stands down the left field line, a foul ball off the bat of the speedy Dyson, who has singled twice and stolen a base. But Johnson has been in command from the very beginning, scattering 5 hits, and he has a chance at tossing the first complete game for the Red Sox all season.
How many games do they play? Close to 50 games, no complete games.
One attempt foul, and 0-2 on Dyson.
It's not even at 90 pitches yet.
No activity in the Red Sox bullpen. Johnson making his second major league start. Lofted and caught. Bogarts grabs that out of the air for the out. 1 away. Time to check out the results of our Granite City Electric poll question. Carl Yastrzemski won a Triple Crown at 67. Who was second on the team in batting average? And the answer is George Scott. Batted .303 in 1967.
So they were wrong.
So we finally stumped somebody, right? Segura 0 for 3. So the Red Sox have quieted him today after he had 3 hits last night.
I mean, he's almost at 80% strike throwing.
Keeps pouring them in too.
It's incredible.
Fastball has rarely gotten as high as 89.
A lot of high fastballs. More fastballs than I thought he was going to throw. Fastball, curveball. I mean, not that many changeups.
1-2.
Look at that. Ooh. Ooh.
Did not get the call from Dreckman.
Oh, I got to have this, especially when I got a shutout working. That's paint there.
He has struck out 7. Flied along the line. Mookie Betts charging over near the stands. He's got it. Made a fair ball catch of that for the second out. Time for the unlimited baseball break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Red Sox bullpen during the 5-game winning streak has been golden. A 0.82 ERA, no walks. Batting average minuscule 108.
I love the no walks. I mean, the punch outs are there. Those guys, a lot of big arms out there.
Been a day off so far.
Yeah, they need a day off.
2 down here in the 8th inning. Not a single walk issued by Brian Johnson today, and strike 1 on Valencia. Seattle, not many base runners. Sox up 5-0.
I mean, this is unheard of, to throw this many strikes. It just is. It's hard to do and not get lit up, you know, because you're around the plate too much. I mean, that's crazy.
0-2. Popped up, foul, back out of play.
Stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Plain Ridge Park Casino. Adam Pellerin and Steve Lyons will break down the key moments of tonight's game and preview tomorrow's starter Rick Porcello.
1:35 tomorrow. Johnson has the crowd behind him, and a 5-0 lead. Here's the 0-2. Spoiled out of play.
Another strike. I mean, what's the record? I'm serious. I mean, 78 out of 99 strikes.
That is 79%.
That's hard to do.
Here's pitch number 100 for Brian Johnson. Ground ball to Bogaerts.
Yes.
And sets him down in a 1-2-3/8. He may be looking at a complete game today. 5-0. Red Sox in command.
It's incredible.
Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. The great folks at Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service, and by Ford Trucks, built Ford Tough, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Last half of the 8th inning, Red Sox up 5-0. Benintendi, Ramirez, Moreland. Big blow, Jackie Bradley's 2-run blast in the 6th inning. Red Sox scored 3 times in the first to take command, and the rest of the day has belonged to the left-hander Brian Johnson, who has thrown about 80% of his pitches for strikes. And this deep into a major league game, as you have said, Eck, that's pretty much unheard of.
I have not seen that. I don't know anybody that can do that.
And Chris Sale has come close.
Right.
But Brian Johnson out of Lakeland, Florida, 26 years old, his second major league start. He's been sensational today. That one popped up. Zunino looking for room on the track near his dugout, but it's over the screen. Our game summary is brought to you by Xfinity. Johnson so far 8 innings, nobody warming in the bullpen, no walks, 7 strikeouts. Jackie Bradley with home run number 5 for some added breathing room.
And a nice catch by Bradley. Nice catch by Mookie Betts too, robbing a home run in the bullpen.
To that side, suffocated by Seager, and he throws, and he gets him at first base. Valencia holding the bag, according to the umpire, Mike Everett. John Farrell may question it. We'll see. Benintendi ruled out. Really fine play by Seager, who's a third baseman, and the Red Sox will not challenge it.
I'll tell you what, that's a tough play for a third baseman. You're playing shortstop position. That ball was hit pretty well. Close play there. Did he hold the bag is the question. And they did.
One away in the Sox 8th for Hanley Ramirez, who's been hit by a pitch, stolen a base, singled and grounded out to third. So 1 for 2. And another base hit. So Hanley's on board for the 3rd time this afternoon. Monday, June 12th is Chris Sale bobblehead night at Fenway. First 12,000 fans in attendance receive a Sale bobblehead. For tickets and more information, visit redsox.com/promos. One word of advice: if you have a ticket for June 12, get here early, because fans are arriving in time for the first pitch to see Sale. It's always a very high likelihood that he's going to strike out the side.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that.
Here's Moreland. He's 1 for 3.
Boy, he's trying to crank, man. He can swing hard too.
Moreland 1 for 3, base hit, scored a run in the 6th inning. And downstairs for a ball. You know, I jumped the gun on that. He may not be pitching on June 12th. Just because it's his bobblehead doesn't mean he's pitching. So may work out that way.
Yeah,
we'll see.
That's way out there.
Jackie Bradley on deck. And a 1-1 from Lawrence. That skips away from Zunino. That'll move Hanley Ramirez to second base. Tomorrow night, a special encore of Dining Playbook driven by your New England Chevy dealers. Billy and Jenny hosting the show from Granite Links Golf Club. They'll play a game of this or that with some of your favorite Red Sox players, including Mookie Betts. Tune in for this and more tomorrow night at 9. Wild pitch. So Hanley Ramirez into scoring territory here with 1 away. And fouled away on a big cut by Moreland. You're right, he's going for the downs.
Man.
Five runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for Seattle. And a 2-2. Fly to the left field. Motter turns. It's off the 10. That'll bring in a run. Hanley read that one perfectly. He's in to score, and the Red Sox are on top 6-0 on the base hit.
Who was Motter kidding out there? You're not faking anybody out. That was a bullet by Moreland. Sooner or later he's going to hit something hard. He didn't pull off that one. He stayed right on it, hit a line drive about halfway off the wall. Motter tried to fake somebody out right there, but Hanley was gone. He knew that ball was off the wall. 6-0 Red Sox. Makes up for Moreland giving a line drive. He hit it somebody last time up.
His second hit today and his 26th RBI. Jackie Bradley cuts and misses. He homered his last time up. 2-run shot that cleared the bullpen. His 5th. Red Sox closing in on a 6th consecutive victory. Popped up and playable. Seager was in the shift right on top of the line. That's a fair ball play as he catches it for out number 2. Hey, tomorrow on a special outfielders episode of NESN Clubhouse, we learn about how an outfield glove is different than other gloves. Find out why a ball wraps around the pole in the outfield. Catch it all tomorrow at noon. An all-new NESN Clubhouse presented by Delta Dental of Massachusetts. Comes Sandy Leon now. He's gone 1 for 3 in RBI base hit in that first inning. Man at first base and Moreland. First baseman Valencia back behind the bag.
Uh-oh.
That's hit pretty well to right field. Heredia, though, will turn on it to make the catch and retire the side. Come on back for the 9th inning. That young man, Brian Johnson, is bidding for the first complete game of the season for the Boston Red Sox. For the holiday weekend, import the NESN Red Sox calendar into your favorite desktop. You get automatic updates, game reminders, and much more. Visit NESN.com/schedule to import the schedule today. So here we go, 9th inning. Brian Johnson on the verge of a complete game shutout in his second major league start. He has a 6-0 lead. First man in the 9th is Robinson Cano.
He's got to earn it here. The 3 best hitters on their team. Cano being the first one.
He's got Cano 3 times, all on fly balls. He gets a late time there from Bruce Dreckman. Then it'll be Nelson Cruz and then Kyle Seager. And a 1-0 pitch, and waved at and missed. Actually, for Johnson's 3rd major league start.
You haven't seen too many of those at all. That was a slider. He held that one till the 9th inning.
For Johnson, his 2nd big league start this year. Here's the 1-1 and fouled back. So he's gone 1 and 2 now on Cano. Well, when the crowd saw him race out for the 9th inning, a real buzz went around Fenway.
Yes, it did. Yes.
He struck him out.
Oh.
Cano retired, 1 away in the 9th.
A little low paint. What is Cano looking for? 1-2, fastball down and away. See ya. That wasn't even on the corner. That had a bunch of plate. Brian Johnson is dealing. He's been dealing all day.
Just 5 hits off him. Here's Cruz. He's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. The 1-0. Ball 2. And on Yawkey Way, Adam and Steve getting ready for the post game. It's going to be, I would say, 98% about Brian Johnson.
Yes, I say so.
If he nails this one down, here comes the 2-0. Fouled away.
Boy, that fastball played good all day long. He just throws it like he's throwing 100.
Facing one of the premier home run hitters in baseball. 2-1 coming. Shot to center field coming on Jackie Bradley. Does it hit? He caught it. Whoa! Goodness gracious.
What a catch. This is a rocket. How does he catch this ball on a dive? Shoe top. That is a great catch. The velocity on that ball was ridiculous. I can't believe it carried all that way.
Can't believe he caught it.
And he laid out on that. That is tremendous.
2 down.
Tremendous catch. That's 2 of them today. Almost took his head off, and that ball carried all the way to center field.
Here's Seager. He's 0 for 3. Fly shot. Bradley racing. He's got it! And that's the ball game. Brian Johnson goes all the way, and the Red Sox win it 6-0. Red Sox with their first complete game of the season. What a story.
It seems like a no-hitter. It just has a feel of a no-hitter because of the catch by Jackie. I mean, just an incredible way to end this game. This kid threw nothing but strikes all day long.
A complete game shutout in his 3rd major league start, his 2nd of the season. Jackie Bradley with a defensive clinic.
Oh, what a play.
And the Red Sox with maybe their most heartwarming victory of the season.
This was beautiful to watch, and the way it ended is just that much better.